Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog. You can see Cadence there. Hi baby. She has her harness and she's like buckled into the seatbelt, and then Olive is in her buckled into her basket right behind me, so you can't see her. But anyways, yes, hi, hello. This is going to be, I think, a weekend vlog because we are going away for the weekend. It's Friday afternoon now, and we're just about to head out. This is a surfboard, by the way, that's like in the way. We have to stop somewhere and buy tie down so that it can go on the roof rack. So it's just here for a few minutes until we get to the store. But yeah, we are heading out to the Tofino area for the weekend because it is my partner's birthday. So we're just gonna have a nice, cozy, relaxed time. I've got books. I showed the books that I packed in the last vlog, but obviously I'll let you know what I'm reading. And I will definitely let you know when I finish Beartown because my goodness, that has been a long time coming. I'm actually really curious to see how I feel about it once I get to the end. But yeah, gonna be reading books, gonna be playing board games, drinking tea and coffee, and hanging out with the dogs. Olive is still recovering from her dental procedure as well. She's doing really well. She's like basically normal. She just has to eat soft food for a couple more days. But yeah, I'm excited to just get away for the weekend. I feel like I haven't gone anywhere in a long time. We're out for a glorious rainy walk. Miss Olive, actually, I was gonna say she's not impressed, but she's being pretty good about it and enjoying herself. Are you enjoying yourself, Olive? She's bundled, so that's good. We've got the keeper of the hoop right here. He's waiting for her to go, but she's not ready. You can't rush that. Can you, Ollie?
One plastic bag here.
We're trying to save a plastic bag. You gonna go, baby? We had a very lovely, relaxed, cozy morning. What did we even do? You played your game.
I didn't even play a game. I tried to learn a game.
He tried to learn a game, and I just kind of lounged, honestly. I'm on the second to last chapter of Beartown, so almost done that, thank goodness. Literally like the slowest I've ever read a book. Like it takes me a million sittings to get through it, but I'm almost done. I'm gonna finish it probably when we get back. It'll only take me like 10 minutes. And then I think we're gonna play a game and yeah, just have a nice relaxed day. Hello everybody, I have a very important update, and it's that I finished Beartown finally. Oh my goodness, I've been reading this thing at the pace that I've been reading the Akatar series, which is like, that's like the slowest I've read a book, that series. This just so slow as well, so I'm relieved to be finished with it. I did not even have a single emotion when I reached the end of this. I think I was supposed to, but I did not. The overbearing emotion was just relief. So yeah, unfortunately this book was not for me, obviously, from just how treacherous it felt to get through. I'm very disappointed. I think this is like might be my biggest, I mean it's only February so who knows, but just for the amount that I thought I was gonna love this book and that it was really going to emotionally move me, the fact that I'm so let down by it, I feel like this could be my most disappointing book of 2023. Or sorry, 2024. And like, I can see why people love this so much, but I don't know. I feel like I have a few just things that, I don't know, it just wasn't for me. I feel like I have to let my thoughts kind of stew a little bit longer before I really like do my review and talk more in depth about it. But I will say that at first I found the writing style very charming and I really enjoyed it, but as the book went on, it just started feeling very repetitive, very over the top, and just annoying, honestly. Like, it's unfortunate because the subject matter in here is obviously very serious, but the way it was written, everything just felt, I don't know, things felt very predictable, and the characters I felt lacked depth, and they were just kind of like stereotypes. Even like the situation was just like predictable and like stereotyped. I don't know, I'm so disappointed. I really wanted to love this book, and I'm so annoyed because, I mean, I'm vlogging on my phone this weekend because I didn't want to bring my camera, but oh my gosh, this pillowcase is like coming off. It looks so janky. And it's like heavy to hold up my phone. But anyways, I'm so disappointed because I feel like I just have not loved a book that I've read this year, and we're 2 months into the year, so that just sucks. However, I think that the book that I just started, it's an audiobook. It's not either of the thrillers that I showed you in the last vlog, but I started an audiobook like a couple of days ago before we left, on Friday. No, that was just yesterday then. No, Saturday night, or what am I saying? Thursday night. I'm tired, you guys. My brain is fried. I've played 3 different board games, like learned 3 different board games, like complicated ones, not like fun, silly, goofy time ones. 3 board games that my boyfriend wanted to play in the past 24 hours. So, yes.
Good woman.
Oh, yes. So I started this audiobook on, I think, Thursday evening, and instantly I was like, 5-star vibes. 5-star vibes. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I keep telling my partner about it. Everything that happens, I'm like updating him because it is so wild. It is so well written, so good. and the book is called Educated by Tara Westworth, I believe. I'll pop it right here, but I'm predicting 5 stars for that. I've been putting off, I mean, I haven't been putting off, I just like, it's been in my brain, like whenever I see that book pop up, I'm always like, oh yeah, I have to read that, because I've heard people just rave about it, and I can see why. It is so good. So far, I'm not that far into it. I'm maybe like 10 or 15, maybe like 15% in. It's a memoir, which isn't surprising because I don't think that I've read a memoir that I don't like. Like, I just love memoirs so much, especially like this type of memoir that's just really, I don't know, emotional. I feel like I'm always just like describing the books that I like as emotional, but that's truly just like what I love in a story, and something that's really well written and yeah, can just like transport you to what they're describing, and you just understand so well, even though you haven't lived that life. But it's a memoir that follows a girl who was raised in a family of, or I guess it's the dad, I guess mostly, that is this like doomsday prepper and religious extremist. I definitely think there's some mental illness going on. It hasn't gone into that a lot, but I think we're gonna explore that more and like learn more about this and like why he kind of what's behind his behaviors and everything. But what it was like growing up as a child in that family with just so much fear and emotional instability, like thinking the government is gonna come and like get you and it's gonna be the end of the world, and not like being neglected, she was never taken to like doctors or anything like that, and never went to school until the book's called Educated, because eventually she goes to school. It says that she sets foot in a classroom when she's, I think, 17 years old. I haven't gotten to that part in the book yet, but yeah, no school, like no really knowledge of the outside world. Like she lived in this bubble of her family and like all of her dad's thoughts and ideas and everything. But yeah, it is just, oh my goodness, it's so good so far. So I can't wait to update you guys on my thoughts on that one, because yeah, I think we're gonna get our first 5-star of the year, which is funny. I think that my first 5-star last year was also a nonfiction. I think it was Cultish by Amanda Montell. And I'm always like, I'm not a nonfiction girly, but the occasional nonfiction just really hits. I feel like I'm really picky with nonfiction, so I usually listen to them, and I only listen to the ones that I like really think that I'm gonna like. So yeah, loving that. I'm actually currently uploading the last weekly vlog because I didn't finish editing it on time. I wanted to finish it before we left, but I didn't finish it, so I finished it today. And I'm just exporting it, and I'm fearful that the Wi-Fi is going to betray me and I'm not gonna be able to upload the vlog tomorrow here, which is fine. I'll just have to upload it like in the evening whenever we get home tomorrow. But yes, I'm committed to the weekly vlogs, y'all. I'm uploading it here in this little cabin situation. But anyways, I actually hopped on here. I'm talking for so long now. Oh, it just finished exporting. Okay, good. I'm gonna attempt to upload it, and we'll see if it actually does anything. I doubt it, because the internet, I really overestimated what the internet was gonna be like here. I knew it was gonna be slow, but I don't think it's gonna be this slow. It's very slow though. Anyways, I jumped on here to update you about Beartown. I think I'm gonna give this 2 stars, which is so sad. There was parts of it that I liked, like there really was, but I don't know if it's at a 3 stars for me. Like I feel like 2 stars is my honest. It feels so harsh, and it really makes me sad because I loved A Man Called Uva by Frederick Bachman. So this just, it was not the same. It was definitely not the same, like on par with that book at all. And I also own another Frederick Bachman book that I haven't read yet called Anxious People. And now I am the anxious person about reading that book, because I don't know if I'm gonna like it now, because one of his books I've loved and one I have just the opposite of loved. So we'll see. But I am just about to start, after I attempt to upload that video, I'm just about to start The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Why does my e-reader say that it's dead? I literally had it 100% charged yesterday. What the heck? I'm trying to turn it on. I hope that it works. If this thing is broken. It's just flashing. This isn't even that old. This is like 2 years old. If it broke, I would be so sad. It turned on for like a second and now it's just saying this again. I did not bring any other books. And I don't think I have a charger that even, but why would it be fully charged and then do this? That seems worrisome. Okay then, I guess I'm not starting that book. Well, stay tuned to find out whether I need to buy a new e-reader or not. Doesn't look like the vlog's gonna be going up on time because it's been just sitting at 0%. So, yeah. Okay, good news. I haven't even had this plugged in for very long, maybe like half an hour at this point, and it said 30% charge. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna see if it's working now, and I think it's working. The screen is staying on and it's letting me like flip pages and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this book. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that this is working. Hopefully it just keeps acting normal now. I've also got my sleepy tea. So yeah, I'm just gonna get cozy and dive into this book. Speaking of cozy, look at these monkeys. You girlies sharing a pillow? Cutie bears. All right, I am back home. As you can see, we had a lovely weekend away. It was nice, rainy, stormy, just relaxing vibes there. So yeah, we really enjoyed just kind of getting up to nothing, you know, going for some little walks and playing some board games because, like I said, it was my boyfriend's birthday and that's what he likes to do. So we did that, and I did a little bit of reading, not as much reading as I thought I was going to do. I also ended up editing a video, the last vlog, while I was there, so that ate up some of my time as well. But yeah, it was super nice, and we got home at a reasonable time on Sunday, and I actually, you guys, I was so impressed with myself. I unpacked my stuff and put it away right away, got laundry going, just like cleaned up the house, had everything in order. And I am not the type of person that does that ever. Like, I am such a procrastinator at my core. It's horrible. I hate that about myself. I procrastinate with almost everything in my life. So usually I'm the type of person that gets home and my stuff remains packed for like a week, if not longer, and I just don't fully deal with it, but I dealt with it as soon as I walked in that door. So yeah, that was good. I feel like we're making changes, we're moving forwards, even if it's just small changes like that. I am slowly just getting my crap together in life. Sometimes it's very, you know, you know how it is. But today, it is actually already Wednesday. I haven't hopped back on here. I've just been just doing work stuff like editing. I've also been doing a lot of stuff with the plants. I have some pests that I have been dealing with. So I was spraying like all the plants on this shelf yesterday. It was chaos. Everything, like I had plant stuff all over the house. It was just, yeah, quite a time. It's also been just like a really rainy, dreary week. I've also been putting together my seed order and doing more garden planning. I went out and measured all of the garden beds yesterday, and I'm just kind of thinking about how I'm going to proceed with that this year and stuff like that. So yes, I can hear my water boiling because I'm making some pasta for lunch, so just a second. Okay, 7 minutes until that's done. I don't have any leftovers to eat right now because yesterday, on Monday, I did the grocery shop, and then on Tuesday, which was yesterday, I did some of the meal prep. I didn't do all of it because it was like, one of the component prep things was so, it took me like an hour and a half just to do this one thing, but it's the base for 2 of the meals this week. So she was like, it'll, you know, speed up those 2 meals a lot. So I did that last night, but I didn't have anything cooked for today. So I found some pasta in the cupboard and I was like, thank goodness, because I have this vegan, this good vegan pasta sauce that I think I showed it in one of the last vlogs actually. Well, we ended up eating that one that I got, and then I rebought another, jar of it on Monday, so that's what I'm having for lunch, just like noodles and this pasta sauce. Very simple, but I'm gonna be cooking tonight. I think I'm making a stew tonight, so that'll be good. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to hop on here and wrap this vlog up. As we saw earlier, I finished Beartown. This is finally the vlog. How many vlogs have I've been reading this in? So many, because it took me so long. And the reason it took me so long is because it was freaking boring as heck. I'm so sorry. I feel like normally like when a book is really highly rated and I kind of like get a sense of what people are saying about it, I can tell whether I'm gonna like a book or not. So I truly thought I was gonna like this. Like I truly thought. This has like a 4 point something on Goodreads. I've heard a lot of people love it. It's a really popular series. There's 3 books in this series. I will unfortunately not be reading the other 2. But yeah, I talked a little bit about it, and I was trying to tell my partner about this book as we were driving home from our trip. Because he's like, oh, that sucks that you're so disappointed in that book. And I was trying to tell him about just how, I don't even know how to describe, and like it's kind of hard to even communicate, because I don't want it to come across the wrong way, because there is obviously really sensitive subject matter in this book. It deals with sexual assault, and I don't want to be saying like, oh, he made it so dramatic when it's not supposed to be dramatic, because that's not what I mean when I say that everything in this book felt so dramatic. Like it just, every single character had something that was made to be just like really dramatic, to the point where it felt like childish. I don't even know how to convey. But I was looking through the Goodreads reviews, and most of the reviews are really good about this book, but I did find a couple that I was like, this is exactly how I feel about this book. And I screenshot them so that I could share them with you guys, because I feel like these people can kind of summarize my feelings better than I can. So this first one says, this book was highly praised, so I had high expectations for this one. Sadly, they weren't met. As many mentioned in their reviews, it explores a sensitive and oh so important subject, yet it does so in a rather clumsy way. The narrative is simple, perhaps to a fault. Everything is laid out for us, often more than once, which yes, it's like so repetitive, and there's not much for the reader to interpret. The stereotypical stance makes for a unidimensional storyline and poorly developed characters. The interactions were very cheesy, sometimes even cringy, which made them seem forced and improbable. I felt like the writing style resembled that of a movie screenplay. It had a why can't I say that? Cinematographic? No, that's not right. But more like the Hallmark Christmas type movies. It was not a win for me, but I can see how this may be an enjoyable read for others. Okay, and then this 1-star review. Am I the only one who didn't like this novel? I couldn't even bring myself to finish it. The melodrama, people, the melodrama. I laughed out loud a few times at the beginning because I felt like I was reading a prepubescent teenager's diary, even when the character was like a 50-year-old dude. And that is exactly how I feel. Like, I was trying to tell my partner that it was just like every little thing was so, I don't know, supposed to be seen like conveyed as being so angsty, and so it was just so dramatic. And like, for what? Like, why did every little thing in this book have to be like, I don't know, it was too much. The text is like a soap opera. The prose was ridiculous. Every other paragraph felt like some kind of attention-seeking Facebook status. The prose just drips with drama, and not drip in a luxurious drinking champagne in the clawfoot tub while covered in diamonds kind of way, but the why is this all wet kind of way. I don't know. This was just definitely not my kind of book, unfortunately. Nobody is more disappointed than me. And also the like hockey town aspect, this is a very hockey oriented book, and I knew that going into it. I knew this is about a hockey town, like it really centers around that. And I wasn't intimidated by that because I've read sports books that I like, even though I have no interest in sports, I was really into the story. For example, Carrie Soto is back. I literally do not care all about tennis, but I was so invested. Like, that was one of my top reads from last year. So I don't want to be turned off by books that have sports in them. But this, oh my gosh, I was so bored. All of the politics of this stupid freaking hockey rink, like, I can't. I don't care about the coaches and the general manager and all the little drama between these little men and who's resigning, who's whatever. I just don't care. So yeah, I don't know. 2 stars, I guess. Like, some of it I really did enjoy, and like I did dog ear a whole bunch of pages, especially towards the beginning. Will I be going back and tabbing this? Probably not. But like, some of it was really good, some of it really hit. That's why I'm gonna give 2 stars. But overall, this just was not it, my friends, sadly. Okay, I've got my pasta here. Not very fancy, but I'm still very excited to eat this. I've got lots of pepper and chili flakes on here because I am a fire-breathing dragon. If you guys didn't know, I love spicy food so much. It's very rare that I eat something that is too spicy for me. I love loading on the spice. Anyways, back to wrapping up our little book chats here. So Beartown, huge, massive disappointment. However, we are moving onwards and upwards because I'm still listening to Educated by Tara Westover, I believe. I think I might have said the wrong last name the first time I talked about it. But anyways, that is so good. We're still on track for a 5-star listen. That is just, oh my goodness. We were even listening to some of it on the way home because I was driving for half of the way home from our trips. I was like, I'm putting on my audiobook then. And my boyfriend was kind of like listening to snippets of it. Like, he was reading something, but then he'd listen to snippets of it, and he was like, wow, this book is really good. And I was like, I know, I told you, it's so good so far. So I think I'm 30% in on that. And literally enjoying every minute of it, so I can't wait to get deeper into that one. And then I'm also reading, which I'm nervous about this, you guys. I'm nervous because my Libby, my loan just expired today, but usually they'll stay on my Kobo as long as it doesn't die. I know some people say to turn off the Wi-Fi and then it won't return automatically, but I've tried that before and it didn't work. And I've noticed that that's usually because my Kobo will die. And then, I don't know. I don't really know. But this is The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I am currently 38% of the way through. You can see my little progress bar down here. And I'm really liking this. I will say it's a little bit of a slow build up. Like, some thrillers I feel like drop you right into just chaos. But this one is like nothing too, I still have no idea what's going on. Nothing too crazy has happened yet, but it's very like atmospheric also because you're in this, it takes place at a summer camp. Did I even talk about what this was about? I don't think so. Okay, give me a second here. I need to fuel. Oh my God. Look what's in the fridge. I'm living my best life right now. This is one of the best Zevias, the Dr. Zevia. It's like Dr. Pepper. Oh my goodness. So good. I think I've definitely had too much caffeine today, but I didn't sleep last night. I just couldn't sleep. I don't know what the heck that was about. I even moved to the couch halfway through the night. Still couldn't sleep. So I woke up. I literally feel like I barely got to sleep, but yeah, I was just kind of dead to the world. It is really raining outside. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Can you see the rain hitting the window? Okay, so The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. It's a dual timeline. So we follow our main character when she was 13 at this summer camp, and the 3 girls that she was sharing a cabin with disappear and they're never found again. Like it's just assumed that nobody knows what's happened to them. There was like a big search underway. They were just never found. And our main character was the last person to see these girls and to realize that they were missing because she wakes up and they're not there. So she has to notify everyone, and obviously it's like a traumatizing thing that she goes through. And then we fast forward to, I believe, 15 years later when she's 28, and she's currently an artist and is having like a open gallery night, whatever art show thing. And the lady that ran the camp that she went to, it obviously shut down after this like disappearance thing happened, but the lady that ran that camp shows up at her art gallery thing and invites her for lunch, and then tells her that she wants to reopen the camp. She doesn't want that to like stain it or like taint the memory of it. She wants to see girls thriving there and having fun again, and she just wants to, you know, make it a nice place again and reopen. And she wants our main character to come and teach art classes there because she thinks it'll make it seem like more approachable if there's like old like alumni campers there, like to show that there's nothing to like be afraid of or weird or whatever. Which, okay, whatever. You have to kind of suspend your disbelief in thrillers sometimes, because that would be kind of strange, but whatever. Anyways, long story short, she ends up going back to this camp, and we kind of just get like, nothing has really happened yet, but we kind of get more of the story as it goes on. And she keeps alluding to the fact that the truth, like she knows some truth about this disappearance, and the book is literally called The Last Time I Lied. So we're under the impression that she's told some lie, or she knows something, or she's been involved to some capacity with the girl's disappearance. So yeah, that's basically what it's about. It takes place at this summer camp, which I didn't know that, and I kind of wish I would have read this in the summer. It's giving me the summer vibes. I mean, the other day it was sunny in my house and I was reading this book and I was like, oh my gosh, it feels like a beautiful like spring or summer day. And then it literally started snowing like 20 minutes later, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe this book just has me in the summer vibe. I didn't even know it was that cold out. Anyways, really good so far. Really well written. Like the way that he does thrillers, I don't know, I just love, like, it's so easy to follow. It's so just like, I don't know, I love him. So I'm gonna continue with this one. And this one, actually, I looked on Goodreads and it has like a 4 point something rating, and for a thriller, that is such a good rating. So I'm really curious to keep going in this one. And someone commented the other day on my last vlog saying that there's like so many twists and turns and they love this book. So just excited to keep reading it. I'll probably finish it within the next few days. And then I'm gonna be starting my next book, which is actually a fantasy, which I'm very, I don't know, I'm kind of intimidated by it. I've said it before, but I wish I could be a fantasy girly. Love the vibes. And a lot of the book channels that I watch on YouTube are fantasy readers. And even though I like can't relate, and they're like talking about their books and I'm just like, no idea what you're talking about. I just love, I don't know, I wish I was a fantasy girly. Like I love the whole ambiance of it, but for some reason my brain just can't compute fantasy sometimes. It's not my favorite genre. But I'm going to be giving a try Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher because it is my Discord book club pick for March. That one had the most votes, so we're gonna be reading that. I just ordered it on Amazon this morning. It wasn't at my local bookstore for some reason, like I couldn't even find it online, which is weird. But anyways, I found it on Amazon and I ordered it, so that's gonna come on Sunday. and I'll be starting that. I think it's like a quest fantasy. There's witches, and I think it's described as like a dark fairy tale. So if you've read it, let me know if you liked it, and I'll keep y'all posted on that. I really need to be committed to reading it because sometimes fantasy ends up taking me a really long time to get through. So I'm gonna do my best to stay on top of that one. I'm excited to kind of try something new. And I'm also, while we're on the topic of books, I'm waiting for the March book of the month picks to drop. I cannot wait. It seems like they're gonna drop tomorrow because they're not up yet. Let's see. Yeah, no. Book of the year was Yours Truly, though, by Abby Jimenez, and I have the first one, Part of Your World, so interesting. But those will probably go up tomorrow. I love just scrolling through and reading the book of the month picks, and I'll probably order a box for March because I have a pile of credits. Thank you to you guys for using my code. Oh my goodness. Yeah, everyone who has signed up to book of the month using my code, thank you so much for using, or my link. Thank you so much for using my link. And I really hope that you enjoy the books that you've gotten. That's so cool. So yeah, I'll update you guys with what I pick from that. But yeah, I think that's all of my reading updates. Anyways, I'm gonna finish my lunch and then I'll probably start a new vlog later today. So yeah, I'm getting back on track. I am back on track after this with my like being a week ahead for filming vlogs, which is great. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little cozy, I don't know, rainy vlog. Thank you so much for always being here and always supporting both of my channels. A lot of you guys watch both of my channels, and that is just so nice. So yeah, thank you so much. Leave me a comment. I would love to chat with you, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Other than that, I will see you next week. Okay, bye.